not fear this battle, for death, my friends, is only the beginning.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nico, and the public test server came out Friday night, and yeah, Osiris. So I'm bringing you Osiris. They actually think he's going to be a better jungler, like from straight up. They're just like, yeah, probably.
This will suit me well.
No, that's not what I want. Alright, so yeah, Osiris. Let's go over. Look at this badass motherfucker. He's big. He has 2 weapons, and they're awesome, and he looks cool as shit, to be honest. But, yeah, Osiris. Let's go over just, you know, his passive. Fragmented. Each time Osiris uses his ability, he burns away a fragment of his body, gaining physical damage mitigation for each missing fragment. After losing 8 fragments, he becomes his spirit form. He may walk through enemies, and enemy blockers, and his basic attacks do not incur a movement penalty. This effect lasts for 6 successful basic attacks. Also, his hit progression is 0.51, 0.51, or is it 1.5? No, it is 0.51, 0.51. The thing is, the last 2 are both AoE. So, he's going to have a hell of an easy time jungling with Death's Toll, that's for sure, because he'll be able to... That's 15 health per hit, like, on the last part of his attack chain, when there's, like, a full buff camp. So, yeah. Like, Death's Toll, Red Pot, Osiris jungle, I'm expecting that's going to be a thing. So, Osiris, Egyptian god of... Actually, don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Do that. Do that. Probably could have killed Raw had I committed to that. Whoa. Actually, definitely would have killed Raw. But yeah, so, his abilities. Sickle Strike. Line. Affects enemies. Damage physical. It's a single target thing. So, like, if I try to throw it through the minion wave, that's not happening. It's a single target ability. Also, it takes no mana to use. And not literally, but figuratively. So, Sickle Strike. Osiris throws his sickle forward. It stops at the first enemy hit, dealing damage and slowing them. The sickle remains for the duration of the slow. Slow duration, 3 seconds. So, I throw a sickle. Come on. Come on, Robot. Boom. There's a sickle in Raw. It stays for the entire time he's slowed. It slows for 20%, I think? I gotta check. 1 second. Just kill that. Oh, alright. Thanks, minions. Yeah, 3 seconds slow. Spirit Flail is number 2. Osiris imbues his flail with spiritual energy, striking at the target ground location. It's an AoE ability. Small AoE, but it is AoE. Enemies hit take damage, and Osiris gains movement speed. If an enemy is under the effect of Sickle Strike, the target's slow is increased in power and duration. So, the slow not only gets more powerful, but it lasts longer. And Sickle Slow increased 50% for 4 seconds. So, 20 to 50% of that. 30%? If that's how it works. I'm not sure if it is. Also, I don't know what the hell you're doing, Raw. That was just silly of him. I don't know what he was doing. Then again, it is Raw, and he likes to do silly things. So yeah. What you want to do is throw the Sickle Strike and then use the Flail. Because it slows better and doesn't do more damage. It's increased in power and duration. Speed buff. Well, you get a speed buff and and you slow them. Then, number 3, Judgment Tether. You saw me use it there. I don't know if it went off, though. Osiris flings out Mummy Wraps, tethering himself to all nearby enemies. Target's hit deal reduced damage over the next 4 seconds. The tether can be broken by targets moving far enough away from Osiris. Targets still in range when the duration expires are stunned. So, you throw this out. Well, yeah, I do need to buy items. I want Jotuns. I forgot this is the public test server and there's nobody on it yet. So, you use this. As long as you stay in range, you'll get a stun. And as long as you're in range, people will do less damage to you. It's pretty good. His ultimate, it is called Lord of the Afterlife. That was rude as hell. Oh, that almost hit. I'm gonna stun you, you bitch. That's how the cookie crumbles. Lord of the Afterlife. Osiris sheds any remaining fragments, gaining the benefits of his passive. So, you use the ultimate, you instantly gain your passive. And leaps forward. It is a leap. Osiris will target the lowest health god in the radius and rip a fragment out of their spirit out, dealing damage and preventing them from healing. Target is rooted for 0.4 seconds during the attack. Enemy minions in the target area take double damage. So, throw. Jump on Raw. Missed Raw, because I'm a fucking terrible person. But the idea is that you want to hit somebody, and also you want to try to make sure they're not grouped up a lot, because if you hit a group of enemies, you're going to end up maybe not hitting the right target. So, let's say you have an entire team of people that you're about to ult into, and it's like a Sobek at full health and an Aphrodite at half health. If you're trying to kill the Aphrodite, that's a good thing. If it's the other way around, where the Sobek is at half health and the Aphrodite is not at half health, and you want to kill Aphrodite, you're going to have a bad time. So you have to be selective about where you ult. That much is for sure. Also, first thoughts on Osiris. Sickle Strike is like Death Scythe. It looks and seems to operate a hell of a lot like it. You throw it, it looks like it might go slightly faster, but I can't tell for sure. The fact that it's on a 5-second cooldown without Jotuns, and then you get Jotuns, and it becomes like a 3-second cooldown is kind of ridiculous. Like, right? 3 seconds? 3.7? Kind of, you know, a little bit stupid. Also, chain size is one of the best things you can pick up on him because of his attack chain and how it works. I don't even know how to explain how chain size isn't like going to be like so mainstay on him. It's ridiculous. I like how they nerf chain size so warriors won't buy it more, and then they make a warrior who literally like works so well with it. It's ridiculous that you would even think about not buying it, to be completely honest. Whew. Not today, minions. But yeah, so chain size definitely gonna be a big pickup. Also, this back animation is really cool. I think that's really cool. I went home too early. I'm gonna wait like 10 seconds. Balls. So the kind of way you want to play him is like 1, 2, and then if they're getting away, ult them, and then if they're still not dead somehow, after you're able to do all of that, use the 3, run with them, and then they can't hurt you as much. That's what it seems like. Also, he seems like he's going to be a lot like... He reminds me of, like, Nemesis back when she was released. Lots of slows, lots of basic attacks. In fact, when I was watching the patch reveal, I was like, he's Nemesis version 2.0 and he might be stronger. Holy crap. Like, I was like, this seems like just ridiculousness. I don't know what Hi-Res is doing. To be honest, he's going to play a lot like her. Maybe crit isn't going to be that great on him. Maybe you want something else. But, like, his jungle clear with Death's Toll is going to be insane. That, and he doesn't seem to be, like, he doesn't seem like a warrior that's fit for the support role, like Wukong or something. So, you probably won't see him support. Solo, I could see it with the way the 2 works and how you can kind of group the minions up and your AoE hits on the last 2 parts of your attack chain. But I feel like he's going to be way better in the jungle. Also, that whole jungle nerf, well, not nerf, it's not really a nerf. It's a weird change where the mid camps are now 3 minutes instead of spawning every 2 minutes. It's 3 minutes now. Is going to throw off a lot of people, but I was watching DM because I watch streams when I don't play. And he was saying how if you were ever going to learn how to jungle, now is the best time for the simple fact that when you're, like, jungling, like, the mid-camp contention was one of the, like, biggest things you had to learn. And since mid-camps are going to be not as high as a priority now, you can learn, like, how to just route through the jungle and, like, gank and stuff a lot easier. Which I agree with. So if you've ever been like, oh, I don't want to jungle, but, no, I do want to jungle, but I'm afraid that I might feed or something along those lines. Well, have no fear. You can, like, kind of just jungle and be like, oh, okay. I don't have to go to the mid camps all the time and nobody can yell at me for not going to mid camps. So, there's that. But if you are a jungler by nature, like me, or I know some of you guys are junglers, because then again, I post a lot of stuff about jungling, so it kind of makes sense that you guys want to watch another jungler. It's like, I'm a jungler, you're a jungler, I'm going to watch you play jungle, see if you're better than me. Stuff like that. Like, your rhythm's going to be thrown off because you're going to be like, oh, it's time to rotate to mid. Those aren't spawning yet. What the hell do I got to do? Like, you're going to be like that. Also, let's just do this because I felt like it. Also, his ultimate looks really cool. That leap is awesome. I'm just not going to even lie. Also, okay, wait. His passive is blah, 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 physical mitigation after losing 8 fragments each time. It's just used as an ability. So you could just spam abilities and you become ethereal, see-through, whatever you want to call it. Huh. I'm not saying that's OP, but like, you could be literally like 2 away from like becoming ethereal and just be like, do that. Especially with the ones, it's the cooldown so low, and what else? The cooldown's low and the mana cost is low. Now I don't have a movement speed penalty, and if he could get away, I would have been able to keep up with him the entire time. So like, one of the hard things about what's it called? Osiris is going to be managing his passive. Because if you can do the passive at the right times, you're going to really mess people up. Like, if you can make sure you're getting them passive when you can chase down enemies, it's going to do, like, it's going to do work. But the whole, like, that's where I feel like you're going to be able to see people separate from, like, the good and bad players, is that who can leverage his passive the best. And also, I was thinking Osiris will either be Nemesis version 2.0, maybe even stronger than her when she first was released, or just not that good at all. So far, I don't see how he's going to be bad. Like, I can't see how he's going to be bad, but it's completely possible. I could be completely wrong and he's not going to be good at all. I don't see it. I'm trying to see it, but I don't see it. Just throw that out there so I can get another piece of my body gone. Also, being able to mitigate how much physical damage? 2% per missing, and you can get rid of how many body parts? 8? That's 16% of just like physical damage mitigation in general. That's decent. Not gonna lie. Like, oh, he predicted that. Jerk. Sucks to be you. Also, another thing, while you're like this, if anybody's trying to box you, you walk through them. Like, you can walk through people. Watch. Minions would body block me. So yeah, when you're like this, if somebody's trying to fight you, just walk through them. Because they're not going to be able to hit you if, you know, you're not able to be hit. So, like, just a heads up, if somebody tries to fight you while you're in your ethereal form, you don't have to try to dodge their abilities. You don't have to try to juke. You just walk through them. Like, they can't do anything. Like, you can't be body blocked. It also says, what else? The spirit form, walk through enemies and enemy blockers, which may be Odin's ultimate and Ymir's walls. I don't know if that's 100% true, but it could be possible. I can't test it because the only queues available are Beta Siege, League, and this Practice Joust. And as far as I know, you can't queue Practice Joust like with another person. At least you're not supposed to be able to. So, I don't know. Also, I can't believe I missed that. That leap is a little slow. I'm not gonna lie. His ultimate, little slow. You're gonna have to like really lead it. Also, don't buy Haste and Fatalis on a god who whose passive is Hasten Fatalis. Just before anybody thinks about that. He may be a basic attacker, but his passive is literally Hasten Fatalis. Not today, Robot. Also, that hit goes pretty far, actually. Okay, it's not that far, but it is decent. But yeah, Osiris, I either predict not super OP. Can this go through walls? He can poke you through a wall. Just remember that. He's going to be able to do that. That's probably Trent texting me, be like, you almost done doing your Osiris video? Yep, I knew it. 1 sec. Almost done. Don't know why the M and almost got capitalized. But, the ultimate, it's kind of slow. You're going to have to lead it. But yeah, I predict Osiris to be completely overpowered like Nemesis was when she was released. Or not that good. And so far, I'm leaning more towards he's going to be really good. 285. Okay. I'm doing that because I want to see how much damage that does. Kind of confused in the phrasing of how the two works. Okay, it's not increased damage. It's increased slow time and increased slow power, or just an increased slow, I should say. Just testing that out. Whoop. Oh, he slowed me. Alright, let's try to kill this thing. Also, you do double damage? Double damage to enemy minions. So I don't know if it's going to do 1,400 damage to this, but it did 1,100. That's a lot. 700 plus 170. So yeah, it did do the double damage. I just didn't have any pen. Oh man. Osiris can dive fire giants and gold furies and titans. Because why not? What is this? I was invited to something. No. But yes, Osiris. I think he's either going to be broken or shitty. Or not shitty, but just not good. And he seems like he's going to be amazing. Which doesn't surprise me, because I predicted that all of the warriors are going to be OP at release. Chaac at release? Ridiculous. Wukong at release? Some people thought he wasn't even that good. This seems to be a common theme with warriors. Some people think they're just like meh, and other people know that they're OP as hell. Nemesis at release. Completely broken. Like, I don't know if there's ever been a single warrior that hasn't been good on release. Guan Yu was released twice, once as a guardian and once as a warrior. Both of the times he was OP. Tyr was ridiculous when he was released. Hercules was for sure nerfed. I don't know if he was OP back when he was released. I do remember that Earthbreaker, yes, I got it right, was nerfed because he was pulling people from quote-unquote too far. Odin's been OP for a while. Don't know if he was OP at release. I do know he was one of the only gods with a leap when Smite beta was closed, and in closed alpha as well. So, you know, there's that. And then Vamana wasn't CC immune during his ult back in closed beta for a long time. So he might not have been that good at release, but Vamana now is definitely not OP because his Sleeping Giant passive part of Colossal Fury got nerfed to where as you took damage in Colossal Giant, you incurred a shorter cooldown for it, so you could ult more. Now you have to build CDR if you want to ult more, instead of just being like, I'm a big baby, lol. But yeah, like I said, Osiris probably OP because, you know, reasons. Also, new name skin, and I guess you guys have seen this already. I bought it in the public test server because I was like, I want to see it up close and personal, mess around with it. But you guys have seen the videos that Hi-Rez put out of it on their Smite Game YouTube channel. You don't need me to show this off. But yes, I don't have gems anymore. Before you be like, whoa, Nico, you had gems. This, apparently, Drybear said the gems that it shows for the public test server, I think it was on the forums describing the public test server, is like your account as it was a week before the public test server client got updated. So like everything that's here was what was here on my account, my live account that I play on, that you guys see me log on to a week ago. So yeah. But yeah, that's everything. Other than the Uller got nerfed, so that's cool because that stun was ridiculous, and now it's not ridiculous. Uller's stun is now, if you don't know, only a max of, where the hell is it? Stun duration, 1 second. In the patch notes, it said it went from 1 second to 1.4 seconds as you ranked it up. I don't know if they changed it. It could have been changed, but right here it says 1 second. I would assume, because I like to be safe, that it could go up to 1.4 seconds, so be careful. Uller still might kill you. He also got a base movement speed reduced, and this the axe throws slower, so there's that. So yay, no longer getting stunned for 1.8 seconds by one of the easiest, like, just throw stuns in the game, which didn't make any sense, especially out of the hunters, because like Onher had to set up for his stun, like to make sure that you were against a wall, and it was shorter than Uller's. Like, okay. And then Zeus got a really tiny nerf to where detonate charge lost 5 damage at all ranks, 15 damage overall, because 3 charges, so every number you see here is multiplied by 3, so 135 at max rank times 3, and it was 140 before, so that's 15 damage, and 2% scaling, which is 6% because times 3. It doesn't do anything. It's the tiniest, most minute nerf I've ever seen on anything. I don't know why, but he was technically nerfed. And other than that, Bastet wasn't nerfed, so if you're like, I haven't been playing Smite because Bastet's in the game, and she's amazing because she can jump really fast, nothing's changed there. She can still really jump really, really fast, so yeah, rip. If you play ranked, ban Bastet. Especially if you're a second pick, because if you're not second pick, and you don't ban, it's like if you aren't second pick, then you leave Bastet open to make second pick ban her, because you want to first pick Bastet because she's amazing and she's easily the best jungler in the game. Like there's no real doubt about that anymore, especially with Nemesis being nerfed. Like after Bastet, it's probably like Nemesis and Hun bots, and then like Thanatos if you want to early game real hard, but then everybody says Thanatos falls off really hard late game. He falls off, but not as much as people would like to admit. He just dies really easy because he's got no way to get out. That's one of the main reasons he falls off. Is not that his damage falls off, is that he can't stick it in a team fight. Whereas Bastet can jump in, do whatever, and jump out before she even takes damage. And that's what makes her, like, ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, I've gone on and on and on about everything. But, yeah, well, whatever. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have fun playing Osiris, because he's going to be amazing, and I'm going to definitely play him. Does this say high defense? I mean, I guess if he's got warrior-based stats, I guess he kind of does have high defense. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.